Yeah, what's up, everybody? I wanted to go ahead and give you some of the prices that I spent while in Thailand. I have several people asking me about it and decided to go ahead and do this video. First thing I want to talk about are the hotel rooms. Well, first I want to talk about actually getting your passport. Now, your passport will cost about $140, depending on where you get it. If you stay in a major city, there's a city hall downtown that administers passports for the exact price of $140. However, if you were to go to some of the local post offices that process passports, it would cost about $160. If you decide to choose one of the online passport services or an express passport, then you'll be paying almost $200. After you get your passport, you got to get a plane ticket, of course. And, people get kind of confused about plane tickets because the moment you type in, let's say, Los Angeles to Thailand, most searches will yield the most expensive options they can find. When in reality, you can use Skyscanner. That's the website that I use. Of course, there's cheapoair.com, Cheap Air, and places like that. But I like to use Skyscanner because you can literally find the cheapest price from country to country. With the other websites, they do from city to city. So let's say there's a cheap plane ticket from Miami to Sao Paulo, but your destination is Rio de Janeiro. Of course, you will fly to Sao Paulo, then take the bus or train, if available, to Rio de Janeiro. Similarly, if you're in the United States, in order to get down to Miami, you could take the bus or the train or even an Uber or drive to the selected city, and it might be cheaper overall. That's what I did when I flew from Los Angeles to Bangkok through Doha, Qatar. That plane ticket only cost me $364. Yep, $364 for a one-way trip. And when you're traveling overseas like that, you got to get a return trip ticket, or you can get an ongoing ticket. I got an ongoing ticket to another country because I had planned on staying in Asia for a while, and the ticket was from somewhere in southern Thailand to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, for only $20 on Air Asia. Okay. My second time going to Thailand, I only spent a little less than $700 for a round trip ticket on Eva Airlines. And when you go to some of these sites, such as Skyscanner, you will find out about airlines, budget airlines you never knew about before. Some of the mainstream ones, you know who they are, what they are. A economy ticket would be at least $1,000. Whereas if you were to fly on, let's say, China Eastern Airlines, it would be like the cheapest I seen was $500 round trip from to and from Thailand. So when you get to Thailand, you can get a free visa for 30 days, or you can get your visa before you leave for 2 months, and you need to pay about $50 or $60. Very affordable. Of course, the longer you stay, the more you need to pay. And if you want multiple entries, meaning you're going to be leaving Thailand multiple times and re-entering, you need to pay a little bit more. Now, each day you overstay your visa, they're going to charge you about 500 baht, which equals to $15 for each day. And yes, they count the day that you actually stay there. So it is best to get a visa before you go. Now, of course, you need to know about food. Everybody eats food, right? I know I do. And food is dirt cheap, literally. Let's say you get a dish like this. Okay, you see that? This is your traditional curry that you will find there. I stayed at the Varada Place in Chiang Mai, and down the street was a shack. When you exit a door, you turn right, and you go past the barbershop. Then you make a left to like a silver shack. You'll see a lot of people in there during lunchtime. And I mean, they sell delicious curry, any type you want, for only about 60 baht, which equals to $1.84. Very cheap. And the portions are small, so you wouldn't have a problem with weight. Now, when I used to buy from some of the food stands out there, I would always see this type of fish right here. These little fish will cost me about 30 baht. When you convert that, it's about 92 cents each. So when the high season came, I noticed that all of the prices rose. So this one lady who I used to buy these fish from started charging me 40 baht, which is $1.22. And I was kind of mad at her because I'm like, okay, why you charging me all this money? What's up with that? I'm thinking like, hey, you don't want me to come back to your stand or something? Come to find out that everywhere they start increasing the price on hotels, transportation, and food. Yeah, that's definitely normal out there. Now, I used to go to 7-Eleven all the time to buy some of those seaweed snacks. They was very good. I would only pay about 20 baht for those. Delicious and healthy, which equals to about 61 cents. Also, I will find some of these bananas. They will have like one big one or two of these smaller ones right here for only 10 baht, which equals to 31 cents. So I love going there and getting those. Most of the dishes will look something like this. So this dish you will find if you go to one of those stands where the person cook the food and you actually sit down and you eat. They would charge you about 60 baht for this, which equals to, what was it, $1.84? Yeah, precisely. And most of the street vendors who you come across, they will have a bowl and a spoon like this. Yeah, a bowl and a spoon like this. So you can always ask them for it, they'll give it to you. The spoon has some type of sharp ending, and you can use that to burst open the plastic bag that they hand to you. They mostly look like this. Yep, they look like this. A lot of the food stands will be similar to this. The lady will cook. You will see like the sauce on the side, fresh food. Those are the stands you want to pick, because if you were to pick a place that looked like this, that's a big no-no. And the reason being is because that food was most likely outside gathering bacteria. Now let me tell you something. If you eat from one of these stands where, let's say, the food is already prepackaged, it's been sitting out in that sun, developing bacteria. When you eat it, the toilet will know your name. I'm not exaggerating. The toilet would know your name. Oh, I'm talking about runs every 30 minutes. You will run back to the toilet, back and forth every 30 minutes for at least a day and a half. Not exaggerating. You're going to have to clean yourself properly, too, if you staying in the hostel. So you better not have anything important to do that day, because it's going to be a bad day for you. Trust and believe. See, here in America, when we go out to eat, we don't really have to worry about anything like that. You go out to eat without thinking twice about it. Go out to a restaurant, sit down, eat. You don't have to worry about getting food poisoned or having the runs. But in Thailand, you got to be very careful where you eat. Don't bring your American values there. Always eat from someone who is cooking the food fresh. Very important. Very important. Now, do you see these juices right here? You will often see these juices at some of the markets. People sell them. But just like with the food, you want to look for a vendor who is creating the juices on the spot. You don't want one that's look like he's just been sitting out there. The vendor has to be actively creating the juice for you. And the reason being is because, there's no welfare system out there. So many like Thais who are in poverty, they would just start selling food on the corner. There's really no regulation for it. And sometimes, and not all Thais are like this, but a couple of people might try to, play the game and basically recycle the juice or add water to it or water it down or something like that. The city has been cracking down on it, but yeah, you have people who do that. So make sure they are chucking this stuff, these seeds, and creating the juice. For this pomegranate, the large one, from what I remember, is about 120 baht, I believe, which is like $3.67. No lower than 80 baht, which is $2.45. The smaller ones were 60, which is $1.84. That's for pomegranate. They had some delicious strawberries that was sweet to the taste. It have you, I never ever tasted, not even the organic strawberries that are grown here in the U.S. Never tasted strawberries that taste like that. And they had like some organic strawberry juice out there that was way cheaper. From what I remember, it cost like 50 or 40 baht, which is $1.53 for 50 baht. 40 baht is like $1.22. So yeah, it was very delicious and definitely worth it. Riding the BTS. Let's talk about the public transportation. When you get on a red bus, those buses go anywhere at any distance, but you got to pay every time you get on. You will pay only 10 baht, which is 31 cents, no matter the distance. But normally it's a bit crowded, and they only have fans on the roof. Now, the blue buses are a bit more luxurious. They cost, the price is based on how far you go. So maximum, let's say they charge 50 baht if you're going somewhere real far, which is $1.53. You understand? But these buses have air conditioning. They're not as crowded. They have curtains. You can keep the sunlight out of your eyes. Comfortable seats. Not those hard seats like the red buses. And sometimes they play music on there. I always keep those tickets that the bus attendant give you. When you get on the bus, you're simply going to get on there, sit down. The attendant will come around, collect your money, and give you a ticket. Keep that ticket, because a person of authority might come and take a look at it. It's very important to keep it. All right, what's next? The hostels. When I was staying in Thailand the first time, I calculated I was spending $11 a day. My hostel was extremely cheap. They only charge 288 baht, which is about $8.82 a day. You get a bed with a curtain around it, socket to plug in your electronics, and a night light. Access to the showers. I don't like the showers there, but yeah. There's some cheaper hostels in Chiang Mai for only 200 baht, which is $6.12. But they don't have no curtains. It's a bunk bed setting. Surprisingly, the showers was cleaner there. Yeah. The hotel I stayed, like I said, was at the Varada Place. They charge how much they charge. It was like 450 baht to stay, which is about $13. They had a dorm section, which was real clean. Four people to a dorm. People scared to turn on the air conditioning because somebody turned it off, and the sweltering heat will have you sweating like crazy. They charge like 250 baht or 200 baht, so that's like $7 a night or $6 a night to stay in the room, but 13 for the private room. Of course, the prices increased once the high season hit. I forgot how much they were. The trains. You want to take the second class luxury train like I showed on my Black in Thailand video. That's going to run you about 800 baht from what I remember. 800 baht is $24 or $25. And that's a one-way ticket to Chiang Mai or Bangkok. The cheaper train, to be honest, it almost costs the same. If you want the luxury train, you got to leave at night from either city. They travel at night. The second class train is cheap, but if you're willing to sit in the second class section where you're actually sitting in a chair for the whole 14 hours, it's going to be like 450 baht, which is about $13. But they have the window down and every bug in the jungle flies into that train car. And they also have a third class section, which costs like 200 and something baht, but which is like $7. That's to get to Bangkok or Chiang Mai. But it's a bench facing the left side or facing the right side. Windows down, horrible from what I hear. And there's a hole in the ground where you gotta use the bathroom. Yep, you just squat and use it. The high class train is not like that. It's best to pay that extra 20. Trust me. The trains around Bangkok, they charge like $40-$50. It's based on distance. 40-50 baht. I'm sorry. Based on distance. So it's like $1, $2 or something like that. It's not much. The cabbies charged me like 500 baht, which is about $15 to get from the airport to the downtown area. That was a very long ride, man. But of course, you can take the metro for a couple of dollars. Many people don't know about the subway system there. Straight from the airport. The Baht buses in Chiang Mai normally charge about 250 baht. That's about $7 to get where you need to go. When you exit the train, there's going to be a desk there where you can get maps around Chiang Mai. They'll be happy to give you a map. And then you can hitch a ride on the Baht bus. It's like a shared bus. Feel me? I still haven't figured out how to use it. Normally I just tell them where I want to go and they charge me 250 baht. But I heard it's cheaper if you're hitching a ride or something. I don't know. If you want that bus, right? That Baht bus in Chiang Mai to take you to the suburban areas. Let's say you're going to the Tippawan apartments, right? That's a ways out, kind of in the suburb. They're gonna charge you 500 baht, $15 one way, $15 the other way. So you best call those apartments before you leave. Many apartments in Bangkok in Chiang Mai, charge between like $50 and $80 a month. Of course, you don't get a kitchen or nothing like that. You get a simple room. Big enough for yourself, of course. If you want the condo, you'll be paying about $200 a month. Yep, it's real. Look up the prices yourself on renthub.in, or just type in renthub Bangkok, and it will pop up on Google. All right. So I guess those are the prices that I spent. Yep, that's about it. If you have any more questions, let me know, and I'll be glad to answer them in the comments section. Peace out.